Hello, this time I have a more completed deck.
Hell yeah. Hello, how are you?
I was unable to make it to the pre-release, so now I'm focusing on the decks that I still have in the works.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. So hit me with the pitch. What's going on with this really awesome Mount Lady? I'm sorry. Midnight would be so livid that I just called her Mount Lady. This Midnight deck.
Well, it's paying respects to one of my favorite teachers from the show. So I want to include some fan service, but also respect the fact that she's one of the best teachers, and let's just say season 6 kind of left me as a broken heart.
Sure. No spoilers, obviously. No spoilers, obviously.
Yeah, so basically this is my special tribute deck to the character.
Okay. So what do you need my help with? What's the goal there?
Oh, just making sure everything's all spiffed up. And make it a big what I mean by the fan service stuff, I mean basically characters that, well, it might vary, but just anything that might be fan servicey.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. Okay, so I've got this. We're on the void symbol. So let's take into just look at some
correct.
stuff. Do you want any jet burn in here or no? Currently, you've got none of it.
Well, the sleeves I have are the dual matted, so sure, go right ahead. But remember to keep things under budget.
Yes. I will do so. We're zooming. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So my goal here is just to look and see what could possibly exist. And so my thought is to maybe include some of these just because for obvious reasons. Nah, I mean, we're going to keep going.
Well, like I said, basically show the two sides of midnight.
Yeah. And what are those two sides, if I could ask? Just so that we're on the same page.
For fan service moments, like hence why the deck is called Alluring Charm. This was actually meant to be for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's nice.
And also show how much of a kind-hearted teacher she is. So throw in some academic-themed cards like with Nezu.
Sure. I don't think we can, right? I don't think there's anything Nezu, like Nezu just doesn't have the void symbol.
No. I mean, remember my Nezu deck?
Oh, right. Yeah. We're looking.
I mean by academic. Some stuff that shows her as a good teacher.
Yeah. I'm into that. We're going to come back down here.
Wait. Can you go back to keeping beat?
Yes.
Let me just do a quick chat. Maybe.
It says that they have to have discarded a card, not us. If it says we've discarded a card, oh, that card would be sweet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But I liked where your head was at.
Well, it is a funny moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, I'm not sure if the new Jiro stuff could work with Ragdoll.
Maybe. I haven't thought too much about it. I think I'd have to have it like kind of in front of me a bit.
Well, the Ragdoll in question in my deck manipulation deck. And I just wasn't sure if any of the new stuff Jiro had would be deck manipulating.
It just depends on the symbols, right?
Well, I'm using air.
Does she have air? Doesn't she have good life water?
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're so close. We don't have any of those. And okay. All right, so I have grabbed a couple things into our sideboard that are neato. All right, so the first one that I want to talk about are just the 2 attack cards we have, which are just Canyon. This thing is in your character a 7 high for 8 sometimes if you're down to commit a foundation, because most of the time whenever we play this thing, we mill cards that share our symbol and then have 4 different symbols depending on like if we get rid of some of these eraser head things.
Sure. Some of them were placeholders anyway.
Okay, makes sense.
Except for fighting arm click bar, I'm not sure if that would work because I put that in there under the sake of trying to clear out the League of Villain cards I have and put them to use. The fact that I bought a box.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. It might not end up being like a 4 of, right? But we easily could like play it like a 2 of. Probably feel happy about it.
That's fine.
Titancliff is a 6 diff, but it starts pretty quick statted. And even though this is a Mount Lady Powerful, it's still printed on the card. It has the keyword. So it is a if you have the 6 diff, you have enough foundations in order to play it, you could commit the foundation with Mount Lady, discard the 3 cards, draw the 3 cards, and then build a 6 diff from your stage, which we've got Patient Observation that we just get to build in for free.
Oh, that's a good combo.
Yeah. And it's kind of like we get a bonus use of Midnight's top commit of discarding a number of cards, draw that many cards. Titancliff just does that with the number of cards reviewed, right?
Hey, the 2 might be petty squabbling with one another, but you just proved that sometimes comboing their stuff could result in neat combos.
Yeah, in fact, I think it would be pretty funny if we took and we just did this and we just tossed her in, right? That way, like, if you wanted to play as Midnight, you can play as Midnight, obviously. And if you wanted to play as Mount Lady, you can play as Mount Lady. And they both have, like, very similar ideas of, like, cool things that they can do.
Like my Kirishima and Mina team-up deck!
Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take out the Eraser Grasp. It's gonna leave. And then we're gonna put in 4 of these here Titancliffs, because that card's cool. And then Candy Cannon's the mid. So... I think maybe we drop this down to a 2 of, and then we could just play the 4 cannons. That is a lot. Difficulty. Man, it's crazy. I just want to take out the binding arm bars. This combo's with a combo. This should come out at some number as well, because we have reduced the number of combos we have. Yeah, I think that is it. Block zones. We don't have any highs here, but I bet that we can find, we can find more highs over in our foundation numbers. Okay. So we have our 20 attacks, right? We're going to try and get to, like, 55 cards is where we're going to try and leave it. But for now, let's talk about the foundations, right? Obviously, Photogenic Hero. This is a promo, but it should be relatively cheap on TCG Player. I don't know how much, but it can't be more than like $2. And it's neat, but I don't think it's necessary unless you just like are determined to have like the most fan servicey card that there is.
Hey, I also want include academic.
Yeah, I want to put in getting a tour because like this is like a perfect. Hey, this person is teaching this person, but the only card that this works on, I guess one,
And
two. It works on 2 cards, and it's probably just not worth it.
photogenic hero might be a bit too much because it's like $6 to $7.
Photogenic hero is.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Whoa, that's crazy. I did not know that. I will toss it. I think getting a tour is very cool, but it only touches 2 cards, and I don't think the bottom response is actually worth it because instead we can just play practical studies and do a very similar thing, right? And this is teacher-student.
I think I still have some extras of that from the Undaunted Raid pre-release.
Love it. We're going to toss 4 in and see what happens. Fruits of Our Labor. This one is a funny card. It does not necessarily have to be in here even a little bit. But it's just another fan servicey card as opposed to anything else because like obviously the cheerleader scene was just there because of fan service.
Well, it's 10 cents each.
I love it. We'll toss it in. And the last foundation I have is just influencing the youth. So this is weird because it is like this is a stain idea, but
No. This is a rehash of my Nezu bit thing.
Yeah. She does influence the youth. So let's toss a couple in. From here at 65, it has got to cut 5 cards. It looks like mid blocks and low blocks are the way to go. Man, we need more high blocks. I might have to go and just find a good high block. Give me 1 second. I have to go find a good high block. Foundation, blocks on high. Have you ever been a teacher? This one's perfect.
I have never done any teaching stuff.
This one too. This one's perfect.
It does fit.
Yeah.
As well as reflecting my feelings out of a certain moment.
Dissolving the conflict. It could just be mediator, and we just like understand we're not playing any actions, and we're just not going to get the value off of it. Yeah, that might actually just be the right play, as like a panic button for more speed hate. We'll toss in 2 of this, and 14 should be enough. All right, let's cut some mid blocks. Mids and lows. So Fruits of Our Labor's Daunting Message, Patient Observation, Petty Squabble. I'm going to take Petty, and I'm going to drop it down to a 2 of. And the reason that I'm doing that is because after you use this bottom enhance, which is the best part of the card, commit your character : if you have 2 of them out, you can't use this bottom part again because your character's already committed. And then this response is very good, but it's very skill based. You have to like know when exactly to discard the card in order to hit something. And so this is good, but it is where it's at. Patient Observation, I want to leave just because the only momentum outs that we have are Total Erasure Binding. That's it. And unless we're Mount Lady, we also have Titan Cliff. And so like having a momentum out that actually like is really useful is good. Daunting Message and Fruits of Our Labors. I think we get to have 4 of these in total. And it could be any number, right? So like we could have 3 daunting, 1 fruit, or 4 fruits, no daunting. What are your thoughts on the numbers here?
I could go either way.
Okay. Do you have 4 daunting already?
No, I do not. I don't have any dauntings.
Okay. If you're gonna order the dauntings, let's go ahead and just make it 2 and 2. And then what I would suggest you doing is if you got the extra, just order 4 of both. And then as you play with the fruits and you play with the dauntings, figure out which ones you like more, and then make the swaps appropriately.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then from here, I gotta cut. Looks like 6 mid blocks. Let's get to it. The first one is I think we're gonna cut a Total Erasure, just because it will reduce our attack count down, and our stuff's getting a little, our deck's getting thin. And then from here, we get to do some of these. I think we take the Dedicated Instructor, and we drop it down to a 3 of, just because it only touches the ranged keyword. Exhausted exclamation, we're going to drop down to a 2 of, because it's really good as Mount Lady, but not quite so good as, sorry, it's really good as Midnight, but not quite so good as Mount Lady. And then Spirited Referee, we're going to drop down to a 3 of for the same reason. 56 is not bad. 56 is not bad for our 19 and our character that goes and finds more moves. Yeah. Yeah.
That seems like a solid tribute deck.
I'm gonna put Meteor up to the 3 of, just because I want this number to be a little higher. I was nervous about it. With that though, any final thoughts? What are your thoughts? I took it, I changed it up a little bit, made it more like a Mount Lady Midnight combo deck.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
Hell yeah. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, dude. Well, stay on the line long enough for me to shoot you the link, and you have a good rest of your night, okay? I'm glad I could help.
You too.
Have fun with it.
I will.